We're finally seeing the balance patch teaser, and we can see some of the cards that are gonna get nerfed really soon in Hearthstone. In this video, I will go over those cards, and I'll tell you what my thoughts are about them. So if you're serious about Hearthstone, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. But now, let's get into the nerfs.
You are not prepared!
The balance patch is kinda small, but we are seeing the biggest offenders on the list, so at least we have that going for us, which is nice. The first card on the list is gonna be Blind Eye Sharpshooter, and yeah, this card has been absolutely dominating, especially against weaker players. Like, as soon as you tempo out Blind Eye Sharpshooter, the game is basically over if the opponent can't answer it, and yeah, it just gives the feeling of non-games a lot of the time. Like, if the opponent has the cards, they're literally just potentially gonna be ODKing you as soon as turn 3, I'm not even kidding. Coin this out on turn 2. It sticks, and on turn 3 there's literally OTK potentials like that. Yeah, the potential nerfs people have been throwing around about this card is it's probably gonna go up to 4 mana, honestly. Honestly, that would be the safest bet for now at least. The other alternative would be if the damage drops down to 1. And I've even just saw Jay Alexander joke about this thing starting to deal damage to random characters because it is blind after all, and that kind of makes sense, but that's literally destroying the card, so that's probably just a meme. But yeah, I think the safe bet is this going up to 4 mana. It's still gonna be somewhat problematic, but tempoing this out on turn 3 gives the opponent a lot more chance of actually having the resource to actually deal with it early on. And also, if you wanna try to fit this in your turn and then start blasting, the extra 1 mana is definitely gonna be costing you big time, so yeah, it should drop the win rate for this particular card quite a lot. Right now there are plenty of people hitting top legend with this thing, and yeah, it's a really skill testing deck, but also a very annoying deck to be losing to, because like I said, it literally just feels like you didn't play a game, you just watched the other player play solitaire against you, and if they're good at solitaire, they're just gonna mess you up real quick, so yeah, that was just not fun. The other card getting nerfed is going to be Order in the Court, and yeah, Pally right now has been dominating. Like, we have been, like, look at this, 60%, 64, that's from Diamond to Legend and Standard right now. It has been just way too consistent, way too good, and yeah, well-timed Order in the Court basically guarantees you're going to get your late game as soon as you want it. You can do some insanely OP stuff with the Giants nowadays. It's also pretty nice being able to pull your Countess on time. And yeah, it's just all around very, very predictable at how the game is gonna pan out as soon as this card plays out. And it just felt a little bit too consistent, you know? Again, the nerf is probably just gonna be this going up to 3 mana, nothing too fancy. And I'm not really sure if that's gonna fix the problem. I do believe that Pally definitely needs more attention than just a single card right now. Like, if you see the aggro Pallies, like if you see that all the different Pally lists out there right now, they're literally all very close to 60 or above 60% win rate for the last few days, and that's from Diamond to Legend, like Highlander, aggro, showdown. Heck, even I've seen Urban Paladins having quite the high win rates, so yeah, anything Paladin right now is just obscenely strong. And for quite a long time, honestly. A lot of people have been complaining about Pally, but also a lot of people are enjoying Pally quite a lot because it allows them to actually climb high ranks without needing to be super good at the game. Like, it's just a pretty self-explanatory deck most of the time, and people just enjoy those. But other than that, I don't think anything else other than this going up to 3 mana can happen here, so moving on to Always Bigger Germonger, and this is quite the powerful card sitting at 1 mana. Again, pretty not exciting nerf potential for it. Like, it's just going up to 2 mana, isn't it? Like, what else would it be? Bumping this down to 1 attack, I don't think that's gonna do all that much, even though that's also not a bad idea. Like, basically, that's also a potential nerf for it, but honestly, bumping this to 2 mana would hurt Beast Hunter a bit more because you're no longer gonna have a very good way to actually pull it out with your Trinket Tracker, so it's not gonna be as reliable combo piece for you on time. So I think the more drastic nerf to this would be if it actually goes up to 2 mana, and it's not just that you're not going to be able to do as much damage as early, you're also not going to have as reliable time drawing it, so that's a double nerf for it. But yeah, other than that, I don't know what else could happen on this one. Like, the other parts of this, they're just gonna keep on slapping face. I don't think they're gonna be touching the effects, so those would be my two suspicions about what's gonna be happening. We also have a balance change for Defense Attorney Naphanos, and I'm kinda out of the loop for Defense Attorney. I've heard people talk about it, that it's not working properly. I'm gonna have to rely on you guys in the chat to tell me what your suggestions here are. I'm pretty sure somebody already talked about something happening with this guy. I'm really not sure myself what the problem here would be. So yeah, do let me know in the comments what your speculations for this thing are. And the last balance change to the Viper here, you guys know that it got hotfixed basically instantly, going up to 6 mana, which was awfully weird because we all know that the level 4 treasures were supposed to all be 4 mana, but that was a hotfix, so they can't really touch anything other than the numbers on the card. So it was either the mana or the stats they can touch. I'm not even sure they can be touching the numbers on the text, which was my suspicion before we saw what the actual hotfix was, but yeah, I guess maybe that's why they bumped it to 6 mana, because nothing else really made sense. But now I'm pretty sure they're gonna be bumping it back down to 4 mana, so it is consistent with the other treasures at level 4. And honestly, I think the effect should be deal 10 damage with lifesteal, like sucking 10 life. That is just way too OP, and it's gonna be breaking any control deck dreams for quite a while, so I'm not sure if it's gonna remain like that vampiric Blood Death Knight had, that they basically increased their health with 10. So yeah, I think Pyroblast with lifesteal sounds like a pretty decent treasure. It's not gonna be as oppressive because control decks are gonna manage to actually heal back the out of range to it, and the Warlocks are still gonna be being able to bounce this on the same turn twice even, so 20 damage in a single turn, still kind of busted in it. But at least the opponents are gonna have a chance to actually play around it, and armor is actually gonna have some effect to it. Like right now, the snake can literally kill you through Solid Alibi, through Ice Block, through any immune effects, and also through armor, obviously, so it's pretty oppressive for decks like that. So yeah, it's either gonna change an effect like with 10 damage lifesteal, or the other suggestion would be, I don't know, even dropping it down to 9 damage, still sucking it from the opponent and not just damaging. That would still at least require 1 extra snake to get played, but that would be just way too low of a nerf, so maybe 7 damage, something like that. But again, do let me know what you guys think will be happening there. We will be seeing the full patch notes tomorrow, same time basically, so definitely be on the lookout for that, and we can talk over those nerfs and maybe potentials of what's gonna be changing in the meta for tomorrow. And I also assume the patch itself is gonna go live on Thursday, again, same time. And then we will be able to playtest what's gonna be the best new decks. So definitely drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you still haven't. And do check me out on Twitch, because I will be on the lookout for the new best decks when the Thursday patch goes live indeed. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope this helps you figure out what's gonna be happening in Hearthstone real soon. And again, do let me know in the comments what you guys think the patch notes will be. Thanks for watching, I'm Kris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.